at going from standard to vertex form of a quadratic using formulas. And usually what we do, it's a pretty long title, but usually what we do is complete the square. So I want to specify that we're going to do something a little different here. So our standard form of a quadratic is written like this, and our vertex like this. So you have your ax squared plus bx plus c, standard, and vertex is a bracket x minus h and bracket squared plus k. And they have their advantages, so when it gives us the vertex of something, it's usually easier to graph. And normally we complete the square. What we're going to do is use two formulas to find out what this is. Okay? And what's really important here is we have to already, and usually do it at the end, but maybe we could do it right at the beginning, is I want you to recognize that the a values in these two things are the same. Okay? So really, we don't need to figure out what the a's are. In fact, all we really need to do is figure out our h and k for vertex form, and that's what these two formulas do. I say the x value of the vertex, which is the h. So if you know vertex form, you already know that idea. So that's why I've written the formula this way. The x value of the vertex is equal to the h value in the form, which is negative b divided by 2a. So this is referring to the standard form, right? There's only a b and an a in standard form. The y value of the vertex, which is the k value here, is equal to c, so the c's value, of standard form, subtracted by b squared divided by 4a. So kind of tough to remember, but completing the square is a ton of processes. So if we can memorize these two formulas, we can be pretty set. So let's try this. The first thing we need to be able to do is figure out what is our a, b, and c. Okay, so I'll quickly write them out here. And we're left with our a value, we're left with our b value, and our c. So our a value is 2, which means going into vertex form, we already know we're going to have 2. Our b value is 12, that's important for the formulas, and our c value is 12, which is, or sorry, not 12, negative 3, which is important for our formula. So first formula reads the x value of the vertex, which is the h, is equal to negative b divided by 2a. Okay, so I didn't color code it that time. But our b value here is 12, so we're going to plug that in. So right on the side, we have negative 12 divided by 2 times our a value, which is also 2. Okay, so we'll kind of work down from here. This becomes negative 12 over 4, and negative 12 divided 4 is negative 3. So the x value of our vertex is negative 3. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to build our vertex form on the side as we're doing this. So f at x was equal to, you don't always have to write this many steps out, right? But I'm going to do it just so we get used to seeing negative h squared plus our k value. Okay. So what we've already figured out is we said the a value is 2. So let's go right into this. Let's start building it. Our a value is 2. Our h value is negative 3. So when we plug that in, it would become minus negative 3, which is the equivalent of plus 3. Does that idea make sense?
Yeah.
Okay. And if you know vertex form well, you always know that it's the opposite of what the actual value is. Finally, we just got to figure out the k. So let's write our k formula out here, or the y value of the vertex. The y value of the vertex, which is k, is equal to, you don't have to write all these things. I just wanted to show that these things are the same. It's c subtract b squared over 4a. Okay? So we need to know our a, b, and our c, which is 2, 12, and negative 3. So our c value, we'll do this in green, I guess. Our c value was
negative 3.
Thank you. Negative 3 minus the b value, which was positive 12. Okay, so it's 12, and that is squared, divided by 4 times the a value, which is 2. Okay, so I try to color code it like the way we've written it before, and I will do the rest in black here. So this is negative 3 minus 12 squared is 144, and 4 times 2, oh my, is 8. There we go. We might want to use a calculator for this step here. 144 divided by 8. I think it's going to be, never mind, I'm not going to think, I'm just going to get here. Beautiful. 18. Great. So that value becomes negative 3 minus 18. So it's negative 3 minus 18, and negative 3 minus 18 is negative 21. So what that means is our y value of the vertex is negative 21, so our k is negative 21. And is that the same thing we got on the other page there?
Yeah.
There you go. So again, you still got to remember stuff, and I did really step by step. You can shorten a lot of this if you know the formulas. It's just plugging in, and you can build it without essentially completing the square. You can just use formulas.